So then I told her that she was as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Don't know what it means though.
Well, tequila makes me crazy.
Hey guys, what's up?
You alright?
Yeah, man. We just have a symbiote.
Symbiote.
Symbiote?
Symbiote.
Symbiote?
Symbiote.
Symbiote.
Oh. Neat. Sweet.
Hey,
Yeah,
I just wanted to look at you one more time.
we appreciate that.
The summer movie season is over and it is officially fall at the box office, even though it may not feel like it outside. We're talking about Venom and A Star is Born. Let's take a look at Venom.
We will eat both your arms and then both of your legs, and then we will eat your face right off your head. You will be this armless, legless, faceless thing, won't you? Rolling down the street like a turd in the wind. What the hell are you? We are Venom.
So, Michael, you saw Venom. Can you give it 2 tongues up? As people are saying. That's what people are saying.
I've heard 2 tongues down, but I want to hear what you said.
Who are these people?
Someone on Twitter.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, the first thought I have is this movie makes no sense at all whatsoever. Tom Hardy was like, oh yeah, they cut 40 minutes. Oh yeah, they cut 40 minutes. They cut the whole movie. There's a plot.
Yeah.
But the way the characters act for the plot, it's like, why are they doing these things? They act like there's no consequences. If you're not a comic book fan and you go to this movie because you've seen the Marvel movies, you will literally have no idea what's going on. Like the first half of the movie is like, you know, say it's like an origin story of Eddie Brock, and you're like, okay, cool, whatever. Don't really care because the way everything's set up, it's like it makes no sense. Like I know what's going on, but the general audience is not gonna have a single idea what's going on. But by the time Venom shows up, you're like, oh, Venom's actually awesome. Like you remember how awesome Venom is.
Yeah.
So Venom himself. Well,
Themself?
Well, yeah, I have a problem with genderizing these aliens that don't have gender. But anyways, himself, Venom, is very cool, and like, you know, I like that they made him kind of jokey.
Yeah.
Because it's like Tom Hardy's character is very like, you know, that's who Eddie Brock kind of is in this movie. But the funny thing is a lot of the stuff doesn't land, but that's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh.
like the
So
turd
it's
in the
bad
wind.
funny.
Yeah, and the turd in the wind stuff is funny because of how bad it is.
Yeah.
But that's something Venom would say because the way they explain Venom, he's a loser on his planet. So of course he's gonna say dumb stuff because he's a loser.
So is it more just, if this would have been almost not a good movie, but like if everyone said, hey, no comic, this isn't a comic book, if they would have just made a movie about a dude who finds this alien thing and it attaches itself to him, like it would have been a little bit of a better movie. Like, is it pulled down by like the comic book stuff?
No, it's pulled down by cutting 40 minutes out of it and removing all the exposition.
That I've seen a lot of people saying is, this is a movie, if you like go back almost 15 years, you have movies like Catwoman and Daredevil and Elektra, and it's like somehow this movie fell into a time vortex and somehow landed in 2018. Like it should have been released 15 years ago.
2005.
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with it?
No, because it's not as bad as Catwoman, or it's not as bad as Elektra.
Yeah.
Nothing will ever
got
be
that going
as
for it.
bad as those two movies because they totally misrepresent what makes Catwoman and Elektra cool. The setup for the sequel is like, you're like, okay, I guess I'll go watch the second one.
Yeah.
Like the first one is not so bad where you're like, I'll never watch any of these again.
Yeah.
It's like watching Blade Trinity first, and then being like, oh well, everything's cool in here, just the movie sucks.
Yeah. So let's talk about Tom Hardy. Is he all right?
Tom Hardy is like, well, it's you know, he's good acting is like the script has to be good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the script is not good.
Yeah.
So a lot of the acting is kind of ham-fisted and hammy, and so even Michelle Williams, who's like an Oscar nominated, she is like the worst actor in this whole movie.
Like Riz Ahmed, who is like an Emmy nominated.
Yeah, he's great.
He has nothing.
Yeah.
His character is literally nothing. It's like, I want to dominate the world. I want to get off the planet. And that's his whole motivation. Which I understand. I want to get off the planet too, but
You're not a bad guy.
yeah, no, I'm just a normal dude.
So 2 tongues up, 2 tongues down,
I'm gonna say 2 tongues in the middle.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Just like,
It's like it's good enough to watch, but it's not good enough to recommend.
do you want to see a sequel? Or
Yes,
yeah.
because Woody Harrelson is Carnage. So
Woody
Is
Harrelson's
he
in
good?
this?
Yeah. Woody Harrelson?
he's in the post-credit scene, and his wig is so bad it's hilarious, and I think it was done on purpose. And well, Cletus Cassidy in the comics, outside of Carnage, is like the goofiest character ever.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a serial killer, y'all, and you're just like, okay,
So perfect Woody Harrelson.
yeah.
Oh, man. All right, well, check it out if you want.
If you want.
It sounds like I'm gonna avoid it.
Hey,
What?
I just want to take another look at you.
A Star is Born is the 4th remake of this story. The characters are basically the same as the original, where Lady Gaga is a singer who's trying to make it big, and Bradley Cooper is an already huge superstar, and he meets Lady Gaga, falls in love, she becomes famous, and then stuff happens.
Yeah, some stuff happens.
A lot of stuff happens.
A lot of stuff. This movie clocks in about 2:30.
And you said that you felt the time,
I felt the time a little bit.
and you wanted it to end early.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said it felt like there were times where I felt it. But we got to talk about this. Everyone's talking about Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper, the acting, the music, everything.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite part of it? Did you even like the movie? We haven't even asked
I loved the movie.
that. Wow.
Did you like it?
I really liked it. I wrote down it's a really, 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 really good movie.
It's so well made that this, like, the story where you've seen it before, I didn't even care.
Yeah.
Because, like, the characters are just so good.
I was really excited to see A Star is Born,
Me too.
but I was also like, oh, here we go, like another Greatest Showman. We're gonna hear these songs for the next year.
We're going to.
But we will. But it's not the same. In this movie, I'm saying this right now, is depressing.
It's so sad.
It's hard to. There are parts that are so hard to watch because, and that's what makes it, I think, so good. This is a story about 2 people who lose themselves to something, whether that's drugs and alcohol or fame, and the whole movie's kind of them trying to find themselves through each other. But that comes with some awkwardness, and that comes with some dark stuff.
Very sad things happen in this movie.
Yeah, the trailer sells it as this musical romance, and it is not.
No. It's
And
like
I want people to know that you're going to go in and you're going to be thinking, I can't wait to come back and watch the sing-along version of this. But you're only going to want to watch this thing once. Honestly, a lot of people are talking about how good Lady Gaga is. To me, right now, Lady Gaga is still in that like cocoon phase of
Do
like.
you think it's a bad romance?
I
We
like
should
your
just
poker face.
end. That was the best. I don't even know where to start back from there.
Wow.
That was it. I mean, but I think the star, like the real star, if A Star is Born, it was Bradley Cooper. Like, I think he's so sad to watch at times and so cool to watch at times. He's got the best hair.
I thought the same thing.
I mean, sorry. I mean, I've loved Captain America's hair from the new Avengers movie.
Bradley Cooper's hair is
But you've been
neatly
dethroned,
coiffed. Like,
Steve Rogers. It is like in the beard. Anyways, he acts a lot with his eyes.
he does.
Because you can kind of tell when he's in and out of like alcoholism and drugs just through that.
And there's shots of this movie where it's just him saying nothing.
Yeah.
And the whole scene is just in his face.
Yeah.
Like, he'll just change.
And
it's astounding performance.
This is Bradley Cooper moment to transition from, hey, that's the guy from The Hangover.
Yep.
To,
Yeah.
hey, this is a real like great actor.
Yeah. Would you give it 2 tongues up, 2 tongues down?
We're still doing this?
We have to. We
Yeah.
got
That's
consistency.
the rating
That's the
system
thing.
for
It's
this
a 2
episode.
tongue.
I think that this is going to be the best movie so far this year. But again, this is like the very beginning of Oscar season.
Right.
But this is the movie that everyone's going to be comparing it to. Because it's going to be huge. This movie's going to make a lot of money. And I give it 3.5 tongues.
All right. Yeah, I thought you were gonna miss the tongues.
I got the tongues.
Well, if I'm going with the two tongues, like as if 2 thumbs up, I give it 2 tongues up.
Is this out of 4?
No, you
like
have 2
two
thumbs. It's like
Oh, 2
system.
thumbs.
Venom, A Star is Born,
It's a good weekend.
both big movies, some kind of for everyone. And we want to hear from you.
Sure.
What is your favorite movie with a great soundtrack. Let us know what you think
In the comments.
in the comments.
That's where they go. They go to the comments.
They comment in
Right
the comment
down.
section.
If I point down here, will they be
If
down
you
here?
point, well, it depends. They might be down there, but
Maybe
you
right
two
here.
are up here.
Maybe right there. Maybe over here.
Wherever he decides to put it.
There's a bar below it. You just scroll down. You type stuff.
Yep.
Un esercito di pro